3 tips that helps make me a more profitable trader. 1, stop buying weak stocks. No one is smarter than the market. That includes you. Stop disagreeing with it. 2, stop selling strong stocks. See the statement made about point number 1. And 3, hold. You need to be holding on to your winning positions for way longer than you're currently doing. In today's video, we are going to go over a few Thinkorswim strategies and studies that you can use to help you achieve these 3 goals and become a better trader. Tip number 1, stop buying weak stocks. This one has a very simple solution. Take a look at this chart behind me here. This is the chart of ticker XYZ. Just a massive run up with some pretty big dips along the way, mind you, followed by a massive move down. When should you be buying dips versus when should you be not buying dips? When is the stock still strong but dipping versus when is it actual backside and no longer a dip? All we need to do is turn on one simple price action study to help us determine this, that being the simple moving average study. And we're going to set the length to 200. So the average closing price over the last 200 bars. That's it. That's all it's measuring. If we turn this on, the rule here is simply don't buy stocks that are trading below their 200 simple moving average. To hammer this point home even more, I've gone ahead and turned on my reversal trading strategy. This strategy will only scale into positions when it is both above the 200 simple moving average and on a dip. You can see here on XYZ, the strategy buys the dip, buys the dip, buys the dip, profits on the dips on the way up. And then as soon as the stock begins to break down, as soon as its actual backside in the move, the stock is now actually weak and trading below the 200 simple moving average, the strategy stops trying to buy. Before moving on to the next 2 tips, I just want to let you know that if you're interested in that codified trading strategy or the custom backtest labels that you just saw, they are available alongside over 150 plus other custom Thinkorswim codes on my website, daytradingstrategies.net. This website will be linked in the description down below this video. And since Labor Day is coming up, I am currently running a special promotion. Only 27 codes are left. I only made 30 available. If you use discount code LABOR30 at checkout, you're going to get 30% off. Whether you decide to sign up for the monthly plan or the annual, obviously the annual plan will save you a little bit of money over your next 12 months of access to all the codes I'll add to this website, but also it gets you lifetime access to this Discord server. This Discord server currently consists of 448 members. That's a lot of eyes on the stock market. It's just a place where people are always sort of talking about what's moving. So it's a great place to be if you are interested in active trading and keeping up with what's going on the second that it starts happening in the stock market. So if having 12 months of access to the codes as well as joining that Discord forever sounds interesting to you, obviously click on join the annual plan here at your coupon code. The next 27 of you to use it can use discount code LABOR30. That's going to get you that 12 months of 12 months is a long time, guys, and lifetime access to the Discord, all for less than $280. Anyway, daytradingstrategies.net. It will be linked down in the description below this video. Go check it out, sign up today, and become a better trader. Tip number 2, stop selling strong stocks. Now I say selling to refer to short selling. Don't short stocks when they're strong. But even if you're not a short trader, most people watching this video have probably never even shorted a stock. Just in general, stop being bearish on stocks just because they're up a lot. I think the dumbest reason to be bearish on a company is because it's too strong. Like when you say that out loud, it just doesn't make any sense. I think what ends up happening, I think a lot of beginner traders, for some reason, and maybe this sounds stupid, but this is what I think happens. You try to apply physics to a stock chart. You think there's gravity on a stock chart. There's not, right? I mean, we all know that there's not, but for some reason, when beginner traders see a stock that is up a lot, it just is overvalued and it has to come down, right? Like looking at this NVIDIA chart, everyone thinks, oh, it's overvalued, it has to come down. Guess what? we are only looking here through February of last year. If we scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, Nvidia has done another 100% up since that chart we were looking at. Now, does this mean that every stock that's up a lot is valued correctly and is not going to come back down? No, of course not. What we're looking at here is the AMC gamma squeeze of 2021. And of course, if we zoom out on this chart, you will see obviously that AMC has since sold off that entire move plus some. So how do we identify the difference? How do we know what is a strong company and what is just ridiculously overvalued? Well, you need to look just one layer deeper than the stock chart. Luckily, this is very easy to do. All you need to do, let's look up Nvidia, for example. I'm going to type in Nvidia stock PS ratio macro trend. So I'm looking up the price to sales ratio of Nvidia on a website called Macro Trends. I am in no way affiliated with this website. I don't know who owns it, who runs it, anything like that. I just really like the data they provide. But here on their price to sales chart, you can see the trailing 12 months sales per share. Nvidia just has absolutely ridiculous growth quarter over quarter. Each one of these bars represents a quarter. This is all from earnings. Just ridiculous growth under the hood of its stock price growth. So even when we were looking in early 2024, we were looking at that first chart when it was trading at about $90 here. At that time, the sales per share had already jumped from $1 up to over $3. The sales per share had tripled alongside the price doubling. That's the difference. People will look at the Nvidia stock price, just as I said, and go, oh, it's up a lot, so it's overvalued. No, it's not. Like, just stock up a lot does not mean overvalued. Also, what you can do is you can come up here to the price to earnings ratio and take a look, and you really want to make sure there's also consistent earnings growth under the hood as well, which obviously Nvidia has. If I come back to the price to sales ratio and instead we go look up AMC, let's go look at their price to sales ratio alongside their sales spike. Well, actually, literally like right before the gamma squeeze happened, their price to sales flatlined. The company basically died, and then they got this huge gamma short squeeze, right? But you could tell immediately. I mean, you could have just loaded up this chart, and on this day here, when the squeeze began happening, you could have seen that over the last 4 or 5 quarters, the sales per share has died. So this is not a real move. This is not a good move that you should be buying and holding on to like Nvidia was. So really, it just one simple layer, peel back, look a little bit more beyond the chart to figure out what actually has validity behind its move and what doesn't. So don't sell strong stocks, and now you know how to identify when a stock is actually strong versus when it's not. But what does that actually mean for your trading? Well, this is a perfect transition into rule number 3, which is hold longer. You are selling your winning positions way too early. How many times do you get into a trade, get a little move up, and lock profit only for the stock to do this after? Now, this happens for 2 reasons, and the first is technical. You don't actually have a strategy. You don't have an exit plan that you have objectively proven with statistics to be profitable over time. If I load in my swing trading strategy, one of them, you will see I have my strategy running. I have the statistics showing here. And even if we look over a larger time frame, you can see more trade examples and more thought out statistics. So I know exactly where I'm supposed to get in and where I'm supposed to get out of strategies. If you haven't done this work, you are entering trades and then you don't really know if you should sell. How often do you get into position to then maybe ask for other people's opinions or not know, like, oh, should I sell here? Should I not? Should I? There should be no should I in your trading, right? You should have strategies that you have proven that work alongside your personal trading goals, and then you should trade them to a T. And the second reason is psychological, and there are actually 2 parts to this. The first being our brains hate uncertainty. Your brain does not want to be in an open trade. It wants to close that uncertainty loop. It wants the money just resting back in your portfolio. And 2, our brains just simply love to win. They're incapable of fathoming the difference between a $10 win and a $50 win. Your brain just cares that it won. So as soon as you get a little bit of green, you are fighting all the hundreds of thousands of millions of years of psychological evolution going on in your brain that is telling you close this uncertainty loop and just lock in the win. Now look, I'm not saying you should always sell the top of the move, because of course that's impossible. What I'm saying is that you should always sell only where your proven strategy tells you to sell. It entered this trade here on SPY at $450.26 and exited at $491.10. If you would have instead entered this trade and then sort of say exited this first pop at $471 a share, yes, you would have made money. You'd probably walk away from it feeling good about yourself, but that is an awful trade. You did not get what you were supposed to get out of your winner. That is just as good as losing money. If you only make, say, $500 on a trade you were supposed to make $800 on, you lost $300. Your brain is incapable of thinking of it that way, and that's why you don't do it, and that's why you lose money. But it is the same thing. It's the same thing as taking a $300 loss. Now look, I'll say this as well. If you have a strategy, say you've built and proven and followed the statistics and done all your back testing and forward testing on, and you built the strategy that says to enter at 451 and exit at 471, then do that, yes, and that's a good trade. What I'm really getting at here is stop exiting your winners before you're supposed to according to your strategy. I'm not saying your strategy needs to exit the top. Once again, that's impossible. Just you are often, and I know you are because I talk to hundreds of you a day here in the Discord server. As I mentioned earlier, I'm always talking to you guys and seeing you guys posting about your trades, etc., etc. Every single day, you are selling your winners too early. That is costing you money. I'll say it again for the people in the back. That is the same thing as taking a losing trade. It's the same thing. If you're interested in accessing these strategies so that you can begin to do your own testing and to prove what works so that you actually have a plan to follow, once again, head on over to daytradingstrategies.net, get signed up using code LABOR30 if it's still available. Once you're signed up, click into the codes icon here in the top right, obviously then into the Thinkorswim logo, and from here you can access over 150 plus codes, but I have a handful of strategies being both of the day trading type, but you can see those all here, and the swing trading type, as you can see all of those here. So there's a lot of strategies for you to look at and to import and to run the statistics against in your Thinkorswim chart so that you can begin to find which best align with your personal trading goals so that you have, once again, you actually have an exit plan that you actually follow in your trades. There's no more guessing in your trades. There's no more selling your winners too early or holding on to your losers too long. You will know exactly where you're supposed to get out if your goal is to match the statistics of said strategy. Anyway, daytradingstrategies.net. Once again, it will be linked in the description down below this video. Head on over, use code LABOR30 to check out if it's still available. Remember, just the next 27 of you will get to use that. Head on over, sign up, maybe read the reviews while you're over there. Help decide for yourself if this is something that could help accelerate your personal trading journey. Sign up today and become a better trader.